We stand at a crossroads of thought, facing a question as old as humanity itself. Do we truly control our destinies, or are our lives bound by forces beyond our control? This question, the epic battle between free will and determinism, has captivated philosophers and scientists for centuries. It shapes our understanding of morality, justice, and the very meaning of existence. Imagine yourself at a similar crossroads, faced with a life-altering decision. Do you choose the familiar path, or do you venture into the unknown? This simple act of choice, so fundamental to the human experience, lies at the heart of this timeless debate. Free will, in its essence, is the belief that we are the authors of our own actions. It is the inherent ability to choose between different courses of action, independent of any external constraints. When we make a decision, we do so freely, guided by our own thoughts, desires, and intentions. This sense of agency, this power to shape our own lives, is deeply ingrained in our self-perception. We feel it when we make a conscious decision, whether it be a simple choice like what to eat for breakfast, or a life-altering decision like pursuing a new career. This feeling of autonomy is so fundamental that it forms the bedrock of our moral and legal systems. Throughout history, many philosophical giants have championed the idea of free will. René Descartes famously argued that the very act of doubting one's own existence proves the existence of a thinking, independent mind. This mind, he asserted, possesses the inherent freedom to choose. Similarly, existentialist philosophers like Jean-Paul Sartre emphasized the individual's absolute freedom and responsibility in creating meaning in an otherwise meaningless universe. We are condemned to be free, Sartre argued, burdened with the weight of our choices and their consequences. These philosophical arguments, while compelling, often struggle to reconcile with the deterministic worldview presented by science. In stark contrast to free will, determinism proposes that every event, including every human action and thought, is causally predetermined by an unbreakable chain of prior events. Like a complex tapestry woven with threads of cause and effect, our lives, determinists argue, are preordained. This perspective suggests that our choices, though they feel free, are merely illusions. Our genes, our upbringing, our social environment, all of these factors converge to shape our decisions, leaving no room for genuine autonomy. We are, in essence, sophisticated biological machines operating according to a predetermined program. Science, with its emphasis on empirical evidence and causal relationships, has often lent support to the deterministic view. Classical physics, for instance, posits a universe governed by immutable laws, where the present state of the universe determines its future with absolute certainty. Modern neuroscience, too, has delved into the neural mechanisms underlying decision-making, suggesting that our choices are initiated at a subconscious level before we even become aware of them. This raises intriguing questions about the nature of consciousness and the extent to which our conscious thoughts influence our actions. Section 6. Two sides of the same coin. The debate between free will and determinism is not always a dichotomy. Some argue for a compatibilist perspective, suggesting that free will and determinism are not mutually exclusive. They propose that we can have a degree of free will within a deterministic framework. Imagine a river flowing down a mountain. The river's course is determined by the terrain, yet within its banks it can meander, creating its own unique path. Similarly, compatibilists argue, our lives may be shaped by external factors, but within those constraints we retain the freedom to make choices that align with our values and desires. Section 7. Living in a world of choice or chance. The implications of both free will and determinism are profound. If we truly possess free will, we bear the full weight of responsibility for our actions. Our choices define our character, and we are accountable for the consequences, both positive and negative. Conversely, if determinism holds true, our notions of morality and justice are called into question. If our actions are predetermined, can we truly be held accountable for them? Does punishment serve any purpose other than retribution in a deterministic world? These questions have no easy answers and continue to be debated in legal and ethical circles to this day. Section 8. The unanswered question, a universe of meaning. Perhaps the most significant implication of this debate lies in its impact on our sense of meaning and purpose. If our lives are truly our own, shaped by our choices and actions, then we have the power to create meaning and leave a lasting legacy. However, if our destinies are predetermined, does our existence hold any intrinsic meaning? Are we merely actors playing out a pre-written script in the grand cosmic drama? The answers to these questions are not readily available. They lie at the very heart of what it means to be human, driving us to question our place in the universe and the nature of existence itself. Section 9. Your choice, your reality. The debate between free will and determinism is unlikely to be resolved anytime soon. It is a debate that transcends the boundaries of science and philosophy, delving into the very core of our being. Ultimately, the choice of which perspective to embrace is a personal one. Do you believe in the power of your own agency, or do you see yourself as a product of your circumstances? Whichever perspective you choose, one thing remains certain. Our lives, whether governed by choice or chance, are filled with wonder, complexity, and endless possibilities. The journey of exploring these possibilities, of making choices and learning from their consequences, is what makes the human experience so profoundly captivating.